Welcome to the Adventures with Grandma Bonnie. Today I'm going to share the story of Peter Pan. Come along as we relive the fantasy story. Please watch all the way to the end. You never know what's going to happen. At the end, I'll have a playlist of other exciting stories you may be interested in. Let's get started. Once upon a time, in the busy city of London, there lived a young girl named Wendy Darling and her two younger brothers, John and Michael. They had a faithful dog, Nana. There's that dog. Look at that dog. Is that a beautiful dog? They lived in a cozy house in London with their loving parents. Oh, that does look like a fun house right there in downtown. Look at Big Ben. Every night, as they sat on the floor, Wendy would tell her brothers magical stories about a place called Neverland, where children never grew up. Do you sit on the floor and listen to stories? That's kind of fun, as a group or just by yourself with maybe you have a dog. Staying out of sight, Peter Pan would often sit outside the window and listen as Wendy would read the stories to the boys. Oh, look at Peter just gazing. What fun for him to see them. Do you think he wanted to join them? One night, as the children were drifting off to sleep, Peter Pan and his tiny fairy friend, Tinker Bell, flew through the window into their bedroom. Peter never had a real family, and he was curious to see how they lived. As he was looking around the room, Nana suddenly awoke. With a loud bark, she chased them back out of the window. As he jumped out of the window, Peter's shadow was left laying flat on the floor. Look at Peter jumping out of the window. Oh my goodness, Nana is really scaring him off. I like that cute little teddy bear. The next night, he came back to get his shadow that was left behind on the last visit. Peter and Tinker Bell suddenly appeared in the room, catching the children by surprise. Oh, that must have been a little frightening, don't you think? After introducing himself, Peter sat down with the children and shared his story as Tinker Bell continued to flit around the room. Do you know what flit means? She just kind of flitted around. He invited Wendy, John, and Michael to live their dreams and come with him to Neverland. Oh boy, that sounds like an adventure. Oh, they looked happy to hear that invitation, don't they? With a sprinkle of Tinker Bell's pixie dust and a happy thought, the children flew out of the bedroom window and soared high above the rooftop of London, guided by Peter Pan. Oh, they could fly. Well, that is a fantasy, but haven't we all wanted to fly sometime? Sort of like Superman. Look at that beautiful city. They traveled through the night sky across oceans and mountains until they finally reached the magical land of Neverland. Neverland was a place of wonder and adventure, filled with magical forests, sparkling small lakes, and mysterious caves. Ooh, look at that. Peter Pan took Wendy, John, and Michael on exciting adventures. The children met the Lost Boys, a group of children living in the forest who, like Peter, never grew up. Can you imagine meeting these lost boys? Oh, they were probably so happy to see other people that weren't dressed like them. They're in their jammies, aren't they? Wendy had her brothers in her jammies. They also met Indians and Princess Tiger Lily. Imagine meeting Princess Tiger Lily. Imagine. She was beautiful too. Look at her. And they even met pirates. The scariest pirate of all was Captain Hook, who had a grudge against Peter Pan after losing battle with him. They had to be careful of Captain Hook and his band of pirates, who were always planning against Peter and his friends. Oh, there's Captain Hook. He's got a hook for a hand, and it looks like a wood stump for a foot. Wow, he must have been angry at something to get that happening. One day, Captain Hook captured Wendy, John, and Michael. He planned to make them walk the plank and feed them to the crocodile that had once bitten off his hand. See, that crocodile must not have liked him. Do you know what walk the plank means? It means out in the ocean they used to just have the guy they wanted to get rid of, the pirate or whoever, just walk out there on a piece of wood and jump in the ocean. But Peter Pan, with the help of Tinker Bell, came to their rescue just in time. Peter Pan forced Captain Hook to fall overboard, where the large crocodile excitedly waited for him. Captain Hook was able to swim away, and the pirates, defeated and frightened, ran away from the ship. Oh, I wonder if the pirates were little lost boys at one time. Look at that. Captain Hook just almost got had by that crocodile again, but he swam off. With the pirates gone, Peter Pan and the children took control of the ship. Peter asked Tinker Bell to sprinkle the ship with pixie dust, and they all flew the ship back to London. Now, I would have liked to have seen that. Wendy, John, and Michael were happy to be home, but they knew they would always remember their adventures in Neverland. Just look at that coming into London. I have a fascination with that ship. It's beautiful, isn't it? Peter Pan promised Wendy that he would return to visit, and with a final wave, he and Tinker Bell flew back to Neverland, where endless adventures waited for them. Peter waved goodbye. Wendy and her brothers grew up, but they never, ever forgot the boy who never grew up and the magical land where they had once flown and played together. If you would like to read the complete story of Peter, Wendy, John, and Michael, and all the fabulous adventures, go to the library and get the book Peter Pan, written by James Matthew Barrie. I'll put a link to the full story that's available online in the descriptions. The story was originally written as a stage play and later turned into a book. It's a beautiful book. Please sign in to your free YouTube account to comment, like, and subscribe. We would appreciate your support and your comments. Please like the video by giving it a big thumbs up. Now you guys know how to do the big thumbs up. Alrighty. Please subscribe to Adventures with Grandma Bonnie. Join me again to go on another adventure. Perhaps we'll find Peter Pan. See you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.